It was the moment no one expected when all eyes in the courtroom turned to Justin Combs, a son facing the most difficult choice of his life. Between loyalty to his family and the desire to speak the truth, Justin had no choice but to retreat. In front of him was a cold microphone. Behind him was a heavy past with so many things never shared. One step could change everything, not only his fate, but also the image of a family once considered a symbol of glory and power. In that moment, the whole world held its breath. What made a young man dare to stand up, to cross the line between silence and truth? And will what he is about to say mean the end of an old chapter, to open a completely new one, however stormy it may be? The legal reality facing Justin Combs is no longer something to be ignored. While no formal charges have been filed against Justin Dior Combs, his name has emerged in an ongoing federal investigation, one that is large-scale and widely publicized due to its involvement in his family's complex business operations. On March 25, 2024, federal agents executed a search warrant at the Los Angeles mansion of his father, a prominent figure in the entertainment industry. Justin was present at the scene at the time and spent several hours with federal investigators. Questions remain about his knowledge of and role in the family's businesses, which are now under close scrutiny by authorities. What's remarkable is that the investigation has been ongoing for years, dating back to 2008, around the time Justin was coming of age and entering the entertainment world. His name has been synonymous with a lavish lifestyle, high-profile events, and a constant media presence. But now, all of that is being viewed in a completely different light. According to some legal experts, the legal framework of the federal RICO law allows prosecutors to look into anyone who is believed to be involved, directly or indirectly, in organizations suspected of operating a racket. This makes Justin's position particularly sensitive, especially since family ties are not a guarantee of immunity from legal action. Another factor that has added to the tension is the possibility of federal cooperation, a strategy often used in large-scale investigations. In such cases, individuals with information may be invited to cooperate with authorities in exchange for legal benefits, such as reduced sentences, immunity from prosecution, or witness protection. However, this is also one of the most psychologically difficult choices a person can face, especially when the information they provide could affect a loved one or close associate. Research in the field of criminal psychology shows that having to make a decision between family loyalty and personal legal responsibility can cause great emotional stress. The process not only requires courage but also exposes the person involved to extremely complex moral and social pressures. As the investigation continues to unfold, the public is waiting to see how Justin Combs will choose to respond, to remain silent, protect his family at all costs, or make another choice that could open a new and surprising chapter in his life. Legal experts stress that in federal RICO cases, family members are often in a difficult position, forced to choose between protecting themselves from legal risk and loyalty to their loved ones. These are not only personal decisions but can also have a major impact on the legal outcomes of their family members, especially if they are also the subject of an investigation or are involved in activities that are being monitored. There are many cases in U.S. judicial history where individuals have chosen to cooperate with prosecutors in exchange for leniency, regardless of blood ties or long-standing ties. Perhaps the most notable case is that of Salvatore "Sammy the Bull" Gravano, a man who was once fiercely loyal to mob boss John Gotti, but ended up becoming a key witness in his prosecution. Such cooperation shows that when faced with life in prison or serious legal risk, even the strongest bonds can be broken. Recent cases involving family businesses and the entertainment industry have shown a similar pattern. In many cases, cooperation from family members has provided crucial information that helped prosecutors build their cases. But the price of such cooperation is not only estrangement and loss of trust within the family, but also lasting damage to relationships and personal public image. Becoming a cooperator in a federal investigation is a process that involves many legal and psychological factors. The initial stages often begin with proffer sessions, where potential cooperator shares preliminary information with prosecutors while receiving temporary legal protection, which allows them to avoid immediate charges based on what they have just said. If the information is deemed useful and credible, the person may enter into a formal cooperation agreement. Federal cooperation agreements typically require a high degree of honesty, continued assistance in the investigation, and a commitment to testify when necessary. Those who violate the agreement by lying or intentionally withholding information not only lose their immunity, but may also face additional charges, such as obstruction of justice or false testimony. However, cooperation can also bring significant benefits, such as reduced sentences, immunity from prosecution for certain acts, and, if necessary, support from the Witness Protection Program. These measures are intended to ensure the safety of the person cooperating, especially if the information they provide may pose a risk to individuals or organizations affected by their testimony. However, there is no denying that such partnerships, especially with